Hey guys, peace and grace. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. I realized that I forgot to, I moved things around and I forgot to, why isn't my camera on? I forgot to, whatchamacallit, put up my green screen and set up things. I'm like, yo, what's going on? So let me go fix up here because I got a different camera going on. There you go. That's better. And I got that on. Audio, visual. Can you guys hear me well? Hello, Garga ain't no switch. By the beard of Allah, you did not miss this stream. That's funny, Garga. Hello, how are you? Welcome, welcome. That's good. So everything sounds well, everything sounds good, and all right. That's very good. How is everybody's? Is the blur annoying? Should I just have like a regular back and unblur the situation? I'm like, you don't see me. Like, you don't see me at all? You hear me but don't see me? How about now? Jeff says he sees me. Emmett, do you still see me? Okay, so that's fine. That's a sign that everything is good. Huh. All right. All right. All right. Okay, let me go. I'm gonna put the link for any Muslim that wants to come on and address this issue because the Quran says something about Jesus that needs to be addressed. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, shh, nobody asked you. Okay, so let me go over here. You know what else I want to see? Okay, copy. Copied. Okay, I have enter. Let me pin this. I wonder if I could do it also here. Let me see. And then I'll pin that. Message pinned. Okay. All right. Message is pinned now for any Muslim that wants to come up and defend their God. Before we do that, I would actually like to thank my subscribers. Like, for real, I'm thinking about how I was and where I am right now and the subscribers that I have and how you guys show up for me on my live streams. And thank you. I really appreciate it because I do this. I really do this because my heart, I know sometimes Muslims can say things that are really nonsensical and like, how are you getting this information? And even to the point is like they say things that completely contradicts what they're saying, but it's still like I have a strong desire for these people to hear the truth, see the falsehoods of Islam, that to see that Islam brings no salvation and to draw them to Christ. that is the reason why I do what I do. And while I hate Islam with an ever loving passion, I can't stand Islam and what it does to people and how it messes up with their brains. I love the Muslim person and I need them. I really truly want them to see them and spend the rest of eternity with them in the kingdom of heaven. This is why I do what I do. And hopefully everything is all to the glory of God. And everything that I say, I pray that it is all the words of Christ. I am nothing but a humble servant. And I am grateful, like, for example, my church. Yes, please. Thank you, Clement. Subscribe, smash, and share widely. I do hope you guys share this and share the stream. And as we wait for more Muslims to come on. But I'm also grateful for my church, grateful for you guys, and the Lord is good. He is very good. He has been extremely good. I was actually thinking later on, it's like 2 years ago, while I was a Christian for like already since 1 second, hold up, somebody's knocking on my door. Why? Look, I'm looking to mute myself on my phone. Imagine that for a second. Yeah. While I was a Christian, I left Islam in the summer of 2016. You could find like some my testimony, like I have it on Muhammad's channel. He was the Iranian, his channel. I have it. And also, as you guys know, I was on David Wood's channel. Mind you, David, I admit on David's channel while I was sharing my testimony, I was all over the place. I was nervous. I have never been so nervous in my life in front of the thing. The thing is that you could see how many people are coming in, and I'm like, yeah. So there was that, but anyways, the 7th for me marks 2 years since I had to do so much on my own. It marks 2 years when after my ex got what he wanted and he just got up and dipped on me and the kids. And after being a stay-at-home mom for the longest, after like taking care of the house and doing all these things, I'm now expected to like here. God is like, all the things that's been keeping you from following me, I'm taking from you. And that's exactly what he did. And here I am. So the Lord has been good, and yeah. Shalom, shalom. Hello, Colossians 2 Ministries. Loloy Baloy Loy 4402. Indeed, Samson Zionist says the greatest message in the gospel, John 6:47, very verily I say unto you, he that believeth on me hath everlasting life. Amen. Amen. You see, Paul says, he writes truthfully that those that without the Spirit view the cross as foolishness. And I was that. And here I am preaching the cross of Christ. Praise God. There, and I want to actually, let me go pull up the scripture while we wait for Muslims. And there's, I want to say, okay. I think this would be a good segue before any Muslim that wants to come in. And I do admit I did come in an hour early. It's because I have commitments later on and I don't want to rush. So instead of starting my normal 2:00, I started at 1 because I didn't want to rush. So maybe that's why. But the link is visible and everything, right? I would imagine. Yeah, it is. Okay. I checked, and I'm gonna share the screen and we can read this. Dude, that's not the right button. Bruh. There you go. I'm gonna read from 1 John. Oh, I gotta scroll. 1 John chapter 2, verse 23, where it says, "No one who denies the Son has the Father, and whoever confesses the Son has the Father also." This is something Muslims need. This is something that they don't have the Father. They are without salvation. They need God. So I want them to come here because they claim, yo, who you at? Anyways, I'll just stop sharing. They claim they love Jesus and they follow Jesus, but they deny who Jesus is. And I also make the argument that they even deny who Jesus says he is according to what he says in the Quran about himself. Because there is one thing in the Quran that they need to know. Can Dr. Zakir Naik also call in as he always do? And yeah. He really calls in on CP's live stream. I would love for Dr. Zakir Naik to come on my live stream. I would love it. I used to adore and think Zakir Naik was a genius. I used to think that he was a person that was so smart and like, wow. So did you hear what the Warner will do for Islam? I mean, it is Sunnah. The only difference is he willing to take 30 Illuminati members for the sake of da'wah. Muhammad took 30 men of al-Zuq. Is Warner willing? Wow, this is Warner willing to take 30 members of the men of the Illuminati? That's the question that we need to go and say. Now, I would like Muslims to come up with that because they need to address this. They really need to address this situation. Is this the one? Let me see if it... Nope, wrong one. Hold up. Let me go get the different one because I don't know which one's which. Because everybody knows the famous... This should be it. No. Oh my gosh. Which one is it? It's Krenmanana. Oh, what? Duh. Okay, share the stab instead. There you go. All right. Everybody knows the story. At least they should be familiar with Surah 3, verse 49, where it says that this is the one where Jesus makes a bird from clay. So it says, and make him a messenger to the children of Israel to proclaim. So this is about Allah making Jesus a messenger of Israel, proclaiming that I have come to you with a sign from your Lord. I will make for you a bird from clay, breathe into it, and it will become a real bird by Allah's will. I will heal the blind and the leper and raise the dead to life by Allah's will. And I will prophesy what you eat and store in your house. Surely it is a sign for you if you truly believe. So here we have a whole verse in the Quran that says that Jesus can create and he could raise from the dead. The problem is, like, isn't this here? Doesn't only Allah create? I mean, they can go and say, "Oh, like everything's by Allah's will." It doesn't matter. It doesn't contradict, like, Christian theology in a way. So over here, we see here is like, yes, this is from a gospel, Gnostic gospel, but they take it and put it into the Quran. The majority of the Quran is uh Gnostic stuff, and yeah, Christians have no prophet, no guidance. Christians have no prophet, no guidance. Is man is their God. Is why man. Then, all right, Sayyid, you can come up. The Quran never mentions Jesus. Okay, listen, you guys can come up and address this situation. I mean, you guys can come up. Like, do you know what the Sunnah is? Like, it's everything you have to do and copy Muhammad and like that stuff. Like how you're supposed to go into the bathroom, how you're supposed to wash yourself, how you drink water. I mean, that's all man worship. That's you taking your eyes off the creator and thinking, "Oh, Muhammad did this and Muhammad did that." Muhammad's your idol. And not only that, isn't in a few months you go like Muslims go all around the world to do their pilgrimage for the Hajj and then go kiss a black stone? Again, you could say that. You could say that I am a man worshiper. That's your opinion. But can you substantiate that? Can you prove that? Or are you just going to be here and just being a keyboard warrior? We ain't doing that. I am opening up. This is opened up for you to come and... One second, let me go plug in my... Let me go plug in my laptop. There you go. Praise the Lord. So it's not probably just going to yap in the chat a bit, then they will leave. I mean, like, come on, man. I won't bite, I promise. I just want answers for this. Can you have answers for this? Why? Who is this being addressed? Are you a Muslim? If so, why not? Why not? It's blurred. That's why it's like that. It's blurred. And I usually would have a whatchamacallit behind me, but I don't have my green screen set up. Isa means purification, and Muhammadan means continuously. Can you come up? I don't understand why you don't want to come up here. Why are you doing this? Dum dum. Okay, let me see. Let me go. You know what? Let me put this on the screen. Paul was responding. Okay. Paul was responding. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Jeff. So I'm getting confused because we have these Muslims that talk So Muslims, when we say Allah is Satan, do you agree with that? Yeah, do you agree with that? Anyways, why so hateful? Women, are you who's hateful? If you were here from the beginning, you would know that I am not hateful. Now. That's very Islamophobic of you. Oh my. I guess while we wait, I could take questions. Just put like a Q so I know it's a question for me to take. Because I do want them. Let me put this over here while we wait for them. Because I do want them to address this issue. Because it's an important issue. Where is it? The Isa of the Quran is a coward. No, for real. Because Muslims they need to understand. It's like, what did Isa do? What did Jesus, according to the Bible, according to the Quran, actually do? Because Allah ended up leading astray those who actually followed him. Like, he was useless. Lord willing, yes. Lord willing, yes. And the people of Iran can get their country back and live in freedom. And they don't have to be under the Islamic hate regime anymore. So, Muslims, show yourself. I have no idea who this Isa is because even Arabs, they already had a name for Jesus, Yeshua. So it's like, how did you get Yeshua and Isa? Like, how did this happen? Jesus is Jesus is blessed in the Quran, true word of God. So is Jesus the true word of God? Because that's another, like, you trying to say that he is God himself, he's the word. And here it also says that Jesus is also a creator. So come and defend your position. Who is Jesus according to Islam? Who is Jesus? Who is Jesus? So it looks like no Muslim wants to come on today. That's interesting. That is very, very interesting. Let's see. Very, very interesting. Huh. So with that being said, so I'm going to go ahead. Okay, so no Muslim wants to come up on here and defend this. So I'm going to say that this is what Islam teaches. If Islam teaches that Jesus is creator, he creates. So it's either Jesus is Allah or there are two gods in Islam. Are there two gods, two creators in Islam? Or there's only one creator? Because here it literally says that Jesus went and breathed into this bird, this clay, and made it a bird, a real bird. So are there two creators? Because we have an example here, for example, where Allah creates Adam. And you know what he does here? You know what he does here? He goes and he breathes into him. So I have fashioned him and had my spirit of my own creation breathe into him, fall down and prostrate to him. He breathed into him. And then there's this. Also about Allah creating Adam. He fashioned them and had a spirit of his own creation, breathed into them, and he gave you hearing and sight and intellect. So we have here two creators. It's Allah and Jesus. Is it Allah and Jesus? Because are there two creators in Islam? Because he's creating the same way Allah created Adam. Okay, come and prove it. All right, there's no Christianity in the Bible nor in the Quran. Come up in here and prove that. Prove it. Prove there's no Christianity in the Bible nor in the Quran. Well, because I would actually say yes, because here it's calling Jesus a creator. Jesus creates the same way with his breath. He creates because he breathed into it and it became a real bird by Allah's will. Which, again, it means nothing because Jesus, when you think about the triune Godhead, Jesus says if it be the Father's will, he did things according to the Father's will. So that really doesn't mean anything as a Christian, like reading this in the sense. So it gave. So is how many? Oh yeah, Muslims. Do you really want me to continue believing that there are two creators in Islam? Huh? So I'm going to start spreading that all over the interwebs. I'm going to go on X right now and be like, I'm going to go and post that on X right now. Muslims believe in two creators. Muslims believe in two creators because Surah Imran 49 okay, so Surah 349 Surah 349 says so. Enter. See, I posted it up for you guys to see. I will post that up all the time until there's a Muslim that's able to defend otherwise. Because I'm just getting this just by reading the Quran. Oh, this is different. Acts 11:26, and it happened that for an entire year they met with the church and taught a considerable crowd, and the disciples were first called Christians in Antioch. Christians, there are Christians. I do. I want all the smoke. I want all the smoke. Come on, prove me wrong. You claim you love Jesus. You claim that you follow Jesus more than Christians. Are you gonna let this ex-Muslim drag your religion and your Quran through the mud freely? Come on. You guys can do it. Why do you have to? Wow, they accuse Christians of being polytheists, but they actually do have two creators. I want all the smoke today. I don't. I really want to be proven wrong. Let me see. Uh-huh. All right. While we wait, again, I'm going to go take some questions. If you guys have any questions, I'll answer that. If Muslims have a question and they have anything to say, they can always click on the link and hop on. I'm going to take the questions from those who are not Muslims. Come on, man. This is boring. Come on, guys. Come on, Muslims. I do. Garga ain't no snitch. Actually snitched on me. All right. He let you guys know that I do want the smoke. So let's see. Deja Hassan says, I cannot prove a negative, but it is you who needs to prove your positive claim. Dude, I'm just here. There's this. I'm reading from your Quran. Your Quran calls Jesus a creator just by saying that he's breathing breath into a thing and creating a bird. I'm just reading your book. You are very loud in my comment sections, but why, when I go and I give you a platform, and to speak and make your case, you don't come on? I'm going to assume that you have no idea what you believe in. Until then, I'm going to get this off and I'm going to look here. And I don't know who that is. There are Jewish women live on. I don't know who that is. Not Jewish. Wow, Muslim women live on YouTube. I don't know who that is. I'm ignoring you, Dijalal Hassan, until you come here. So you can go and type whatever you want. I ain't reading it. I ain't reading it. Yeah, and they don't come on here to defend their position either. They don't even do that. Why do Muslims believe in two creators? And they're out here saying that Christians are polytheists. I mean, Jesus literally, according to the Quran, created in the same way that Allah creates. Literally in the same way. Let's see. What's going on here? Can everybody like on here share this stream? I really need at least one Muslim to come on today. It doesn't matter. It says by the permission and of Allah's will, but even for a Trinitarian as myself, so what? He's still creating in the same way that Allah creates. So there are two creators. So in a Trinitarian perspective, by Allah's permission, by the permission of Allah, like, okay, Jesus was God in the flesh and he still did the will of the Father. And here he's created, he breathed into it and it became a real bird. That's a fantastic question. Why is Allah allowing a human that poops to create? Not only poops, but he was breastfed and he needed food and all these things. He went and he allowed him to create and causing confusion and create in the same way. So in Islam, I'm going to say right now until a Muslim comes up here and proves otherwise, I am going to go around and tell everybody that Muslims are polytheists who believe in two creators. That's what I'm going to do from now on. It says Quran is a no. Does not. Musaddiq is not mean corrector. It literally means confirmer. Come on here. If you want to talk about the Islamic dilemma, I got you. But you don't, I'm the one that wants to smoke and you don't want to come up in here and give me that smoke. Allah can't create. How can he have a son when he doesn't have a girlfriend? Allah's not all that powerful. He can't do everything. And he shares his creative attributes with man. Or they have two gods. They have two creators. So I can say there's the great God Allah and the little demigod Isa of Islam. Because he can create. Come on. All right. Let me see. I think the problem is I did come in at a different time, but it do be that way. What? I don't know what that means. I don't agree with that, but I meant to get a different. There you go. Oh no. His food fell out of his mouth. Can you guys hear this? It's my little Abu Bakr. All right, but like tell them to come on today. There was 2 Muslims here on the chat. They don't want to click on the link. The link is there. I double checked. Merry Christmas. But they don't want to come up on here. Wait, let me see. Let me go back. I wanted to read that. Why did I get it off? Or anybody can share Allah's divine attributes, making any creature potentially an equal partner with Allah. Did Allah commit shirk? Did Allah commit shirk? I don't know if it's about true Christmas. I think it's more just technically it's meant to be around and there's just the difference of calendars, which is cool. Allah's picky with his partners on Tinder. Yep. Yep. Well, I don't see any Muslims wanting to come on. Why? What I did do, though, today's day 4. I gotta go post later on day 4. Today will be day 4 of me challenging Sheikh Ibn Fibn, Sheikh Smollett, Sheikh Ketchup Boy, Sheikh Osman to a debate on whether Muhammad is prophesized in the Bible. And I'm waiting for that. I would like to do that because he goes and he complains that Christian apologists are running away from him. I'm not. I'm running towards him. So I would like that. The official Hajj website. Let's go look at that. Hold up. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Let's see. Let me see. Is this it right here? Is that it? I insult child marriage and wife beating. That's what I do. I insult that. I insult the unaliving of people just because they criticize Muhammad. I insult the unaliving of people and attacking of people who burn a book with pages on an ink of the Quran, I insult that. Yeah, that's what I do. And it just goes ahead and shows that you guys have very thin skin and you cannot actually defend what you believe in. That's what it is. And 1 second. Performinghajj.com. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna look that up. What he says slash tawaf. Yeah, buddy. Let's see. It's loading. Oh, there you are. Let's see how this is. And it says how to. So this is how you go and do the Hajj. All right. It says, let me see if I can make this bigger here. Can this be bigger? How can I make that bigger? All right, let me go ahead and read it to you. It says, all right, then, okay, so you go, you go have your arrival. Then he should go straight to the black stone and face it, make takbir. And he may say Bismillah before it, and is authentically reported from Ibn Umar, although not from the Prophet. So this is what you need to do. How is this not idolatry? How is that not idolatry? You have to go, the first thing you do is go to the black stone and talk to it. Then he touches the black stone with his hand and kisses it also, and makes sajda upon it also. Yo, how is this not idolatry to you guys? Oh my gosh. They'd be like, oh, you're polytheist, Christians, polytheist, oh, la, 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 polytheist, Allahu Akbar, we believe in pure monotheism. We do not worship rock. You worship man. Bruh. Do you guys not see this? If he's not able to kiss it, then he touches it with his hand, then kisses his hand. But Muslims will swear up and down that they are pure monotheists. And he does that in every circuit. I need to see some. Good. Let me continue. Praise you, Lord. I thank you, Jesus, so much for taking me and snatching me away from this idolatry. There was a time where I really wanted to perform Hajj. I praise you, God, from sparing me from doing this. because this is straight idolatry. This is not pure monotheism. So not only do Muslims go and they have two creators, they have Allah, great God Allah, and demigod Isa, they also go and worship and idolize a black stone. Not according to your Quran, and not according to what you guys believe about the black stone. It literally says that right here. Let me go continue on and reading this. My gosh. How does that make you feel, guys? Muslims, for real, come leave the shenanigans that you're believing right here. Leave this pagan idolatry. Leave this pagan idolatry. Let's continue. And he should not push and crowd to get to it, according to the prophet saying, "O Umar, you are a strong man, so do not harm the weak. And when you wish to touch it, then when it comes free, then touch it. And if not, then face it and say takbir." What? The rock. The black stone. So you have to kiss it. If you can't get to it, you have to touch it and then kiss it if you don't want to go ahead and kiss it if you're not able to. So it's not even just like if you don't want to. Like if you're feeling uncomfortable to place your lips on that nasty old 1400-year-old stone. It's like, no, touch it and then kiss your hand. I mean, we've seen the videos. We've seen the videos. And they call Christians idolaters. Like, hello. Hello. So Islam, no, is not a monotheistic belief since Adam. Not nowhere near it at all. And then let's see. And there is in touching the black stone a great excellence. As the prophet said, Allah will raise up the stone on the day of judgment and will have two eyes with which it will see. Islam is, oh my gosh. And there is in touching the black stone a great excellence, as the prophet said, Allah will raise up the stone on the day of judgment and will have two eyes with which it will see, and a tongue which it will talk, and it will give witness in favor of everyone who touched it in truth. So if you did not go and touch and smooch that black stone in truth, the gargot tree ain't no snitch, but you know what is a snitch? The black stone. Black stone's a snitch. Okay, I get this is what you think. Come up here, defend your position. And anyway, this is like, I'm literally reading off of the Hajj site. Okay, you can type whatever you want. It has nothing to do what's really going on here. Shall we continue? They are so. I'm gonna leave this request. Big bad Muslims afraid of a woman. Afraid of a woman. I'm just a wee lass. Just a wee lass. Let me continue on. All right. So, so if you can't touch it when it becomes free, touch it and then say takbir in front of the stone. You have to say to the stone takbir. Can the stone hear you? Why do you have to say to the stone takbir? What is this? And there is in touching the black stone a great excellence, as the prophet said. Allah will raise up the stone the day of judgment, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Let me continue. It says, and it will have 2 eyes, which we'll see, and a tongue will talks with. This sounds like a cartoon. This is a cartoon. This is not real. And it will give witness in favor of everyone who touched it in truth. And he said, touching the black stone and the Yemeni corner removes sins. The black stone is from paradise, and it used to be whiter than snow, but the sins of the idolaters turned it black. And you, Muslim, have a problem with Jesus being God, being powerful enough to condescend into his own creation. Muslims saying God can't go into his own creation is like saying you can't walk into your own house. This is his creation. He can do whatever the heck he wants with it. And if he wants to enter it, he can. And guess what? He did. So you guys call Christians idolaters. And you guys believe in kissing the black stone. And why it's black, it used to be white, is because it absorbed your sins. And who are the idolaters again? You worship a stone. You worship a stone. This is step-by-step instructions of what to do when you perform Hajj. And I can pull up hadith after hadith that actually affirms this. And you know it does. You know this is what Islam teaches. You already know this. I knew this. But it's kind of different when you read it out loud. But you're going to call Christians idol. You have no business calling anybody an idolater if this is what Islam is. So you believe your sins can be forgiven by making out with a rock or just kissing your hand if you're not able to get to it. And you believe a great God Allah and little demigod Isa. So you guys are polytheists. All your idolaters and polytheists. And who else can forgive sins but God? Wait, how is a stone absorbing your sins? Welcome. Monday Silence 3963. I'm so glad you're learning a lot. Praise God. Huh? Guys, you have zero business calling anybody an idolater. And you guys get offended when we go on X and we posted the truth about what you guys believe about the black stone. Hold up. Oh, you know what? Let me finish reading that first. And then it goes on and it says, then he should begin making tawaf around the Kaaba. So first you have to go worship the stone. That's what you do. And then you have to go walk around the Kaaba, where the stone's house. That's what it is. This is where your God, the black stone, your third God, because now you believe in 3 gods. And I guess, which is a greater God? Is it great God Allah? Because now, like, I'm getting tritheism now. Great God Allah, demigod black stone, and then the other one right below is another demigod Jesus. Is that what's going on here? Let me see. Is TV evangelism Jesus preached? What? I don't even know what you're saying over here. But you can hop on and talk. Your great God Allah, I agree. Let's continue. This is insane. This is insane. All right. And he goes around past the stone 7 times. So you have to go around 7 times of the Kaaba, passing the stone 7 times. From the stone to the stone being one, wearing the ihram under his right armpit, over the left, throughout the tawaf, and walking quickly with boldness. Ramla, strong walk in which the shoulders are thrust forward. Walk with purpose. So it's not just like I'm just picturing. You have to walk like this around with your shoulders thrust forward around the Kaaba 7 times. Let's continue. Oh my gosh. But Christians are idolaters. Listen, there's no Muslim here to defend their space, because guess what? Me and everybody here are all going to believe that Muslims are the true idolaters. They believe in 3 gods: the great God Allah, the God that is the black stone that absorbs and forgives sins, and Jesus. They believe, or Isa, the Jesus of the Quran. Isa is also God because he creates as well. He is the creator. Why are Muslims tritheists? Let's continue. And it's not according to me. This is according to the Quran. Jesus is a creator. He is a creator. I can't say Jesus is the creator according to the Quran, because they deny the Trinity. Jesus is a creator. So there's multiple creators. All right. Oh, yeah. Why y'all like this for, man? They're just. All right. Let's go ahead. And walking quickly with which shoulders are thrust forwards. In first 3, from the stone to the stone. Then he walks normally in the rest. So in the first 3, you go, hoo, 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 hoo. And then after that, you just walk chilling regularly. All right. This is very important. The creator Allah cares very much about the first 3 times you go around that you thrust your shoulders forward. All right. This is very important. Not according to me. All right. This is according to Islam's Hajj practices. Okay. And he touches the Yemeni corner with his hand each time he passes and does not kiss it. And if he is not able to touch it, then he should go and make any sign towards it with his hands at all. You know, it says any sign. Waiting for you Muslims to hop on. The link is in the chat. It's pinned. You do not want this to waste this time. You do not want to waste this time. You want to come up here, because I'm right now showing how you Muslims believe in 3 gods. Allah be committing shirk all over the place. all over the place Allah be committing shirk. Bruh. Come on, man. Let's see. Performing Zahash. Let's continue. Yeah, when you couldn't each time he passes, blah, blah, blah. And he should say between the corners, oh Allah, give us good in this life, and good in the hereafter, and save us from the punishment of the fire. Oh Lord, give us good in this world. He does not touch the two Shamite corners of the following the sunnah of the Prophet. So you have to touch or you do not touch. You do not follow the sunnah of the Prophet. Bruh. What else? How many gods? Let's see what other gods are up in here. Let me see if there's more gods here that Muslims believe in. Why are you guys like keeping all those gods from us? Like why do you never mention them? Let's see. I will bookmark that site. Matter of a fact. You know what I'm gonna do? Muslims believe in many gods. And then I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to save. All right. So I changed the name of the thing. I said Muslims believe in many gods. That's the name of the stream right now. And if there is no... What's up? How are you? Welcome, layman apologist. If no Muslim comes up, it's because they don't want to, they know it's true. They know they defend. They believe in more than one God that aren't pure monotheists. And now they're upset that the jig is up. That's what's going on. They're upset that the jig is up. Oh, yeah, wait, that's a fourth God. The eternal Quran. And I mean, I would actually say that the great God is the Quran because they get more offended over desecration of the Quran than they do when somebody says anything about Allah. Huh. Maybe we have to think. I need to do like this chart where we go and we have like different levels of gods according to Islam. Oh no, you can come up if you want. I'm just waiting for a Muslim to come in. This is not the topic. This is me just, spending some time waiting for a Muslim to show up. But Leandrithal, you are more than welcome. Come on. The original topic was about what the Quran says about Jesus. I mean, it's on the thumbnail. You can come on in. Don't use that as an excuse. Don't use that as an excuse. You can come up. You said you came here to see what's up and debunk within seconds. Jesus is a creator. Is a creator according to Islam. There are two creators and that Muslims believe in. Debunk that in 2 seconds. He creates the same way that Allah creates. Don't be a chicken. Don't be a chicken. He did. That is true. Muslim the metaphysician, Jake the Muslim metaphysician, or the fake metaphysician, he did in fact admit that there are 99 ontologies. He admitted that there are 99 gods. So, I mean, where is he? Leandrathal is using that as an excuse. He wasn't going to come up. He's not going to come up. I'm just actually being kinder. I'm not saying that Allah has 99 ontologies. I'm saying that Allah has a possible 4 ontologies. Okay, between 3 and 4 ontologies. That's what I'm making that argument. The shin that he's gonna show off on Judgment Day. Ooh la la. So is the Muslim gonna come up? Yeah, they are just keyboard warriors. They don't actually want to come get that smoke. Again, yeah. Welcome. Sam Apologetics says greetings from South Africa. Welcome. I mean, like, this is what I had prepared. Where are the Muslims, man? Why are they not here today? Here's my last live streams. They come up. And now this, then all of a sudden they don't want to come up. Is it because they know what it says? Let me see. Why are they afraid of a half-brained woman? I'm just a wee half-brained lass. Come on, guys. I am going to give the benefit of the doubt and say it's because I did show up an hour early. I did stream an hour early than I usually do other weeks. So I'll say that. Man, ain't they supposed to be spreading dawah? Maybe they're spreading dawah the Warner way. They're spreading dawah the warning way. Well, anyway, I guess until then, I'm going to finish reading this. Let's see what they have to say when it comes to sa'i between Safa and Marwa. Let's see what kind of pagan idolatry we're introduced here to. He goes off for sa'i between Safa and Marwa, 2 small hills. By the way, names of ancient Arabian goddesses. And when he reaches the foot of Safa, he reads Allah saying, and as Safa, where's the English so people can understand? Okay. Behold, Safa and Marwa are among the symbols of Allah. They're symbols of Allah. And if those who visit the house in the season or other time should compass themselves around, it is no sin in them. And if anyone who obeys his own impulse to good, be sure that Allah is who recognizes and knows. And says, blah, blah, blah. Nebub, whatever, blah, blah. We begin with what Allah began. So there's more turning around. And moving around. What? Like mountains? Symbols of Allah? Two mountains are Safa and Marwa, names of pagan Arabian gods. They are symbols of Allah. Then he begins with Safa. Then he faces the Kaaba. So climbing. Okay. Then he begins with a Safa, climbing upon it until he can see the Kaaba. There's a lot of idolatry revolving around that cube. So you have to go inside that cube where you have the black stone that you have to touch. That says that absorbs your sin. Oh, 1 second. Hold up. Hold up. I do have a Muslim. Let me go over here. Hello? Leandrathal, you are on. Hello? I can't hear you. He disappeared. I'm going to assume maybe it's the internet connection. Maybe it's the internet connection. But he came on and he was like, nah. That's very interesting. All right, I'll continue on until then. If you want to come on, you're able to come back on. All right. Now, it says the following. It goes on. So, there's a whole lot of idolatry surrounded around the Kaaba. There's a whole lot of idolatry surrounding around the stone that they kiss, that literally says that, like what we read, that says that it absorbs your sin. So that's why it turned from white to black. And then they go off and then you have to go circle around it. There's a specific way you have to circle around it. And then there's more. Like you climb on top of this mountain until you see the Kaaba. Where's the Allah in any of this? Where's the creator in any of this? This is literally pagan idolatry. It is pagan idolatry. Then he faces the Kaaba and makes tawheed of Allah and takbir, saying, Allahu Akbar, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to read that. And saying 3 times and make it wudu. So he descends. So you go there, you face the Kaaba, and then you start saying tawheed and takbir. So this was Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah wahdu, and whatever, and this all the other stuff that's there. I ain't gonna repeat. Like, okay. But Christians are idolaters. All right. Then he faces blah, blah, blah. And then he descends for sa'i between Safa and Marwa. As the Prophet of Allah said, make sa'i as Allah has prescribed sa'i for you. So he walks till he reaches the green signpost. So that apparently they put posts up there. And on the right and the left, then runs quickly till he reaches the next signpost. So you have to like sprint. You get there and you sprint. You get your cardio in. Oh my gosh. Why did he run away? I was expecting him to come back on. Maybe he did run away. It wasn't his internet service. I don't know why Muslims think they may get humiliated by an ex-Muslim woman. I'm like, I have less than I have a brain. Shame. Let's continue. He walks till he reaches the green, so you got to go sprint, like preparing for the New York City marathon. That's what they do there. They You have to practice for that. I can't. So he walks till he reaches the green, blah, blah, blah. And then the riverbed is not crossed except with vigor. So you can't cross. So wait a minute, hold up. And this place was in the time of the prophet, a dried riverbed covered with small stones. And the prophet said, the riverbed is not crossed except with vigor. So do you have to also... Then he walks up to Marwa and ascends it and does upon it as he did as Safa, facing the Qibla, saying takbir, and all this other stuff. Why? Okay, why do Muslims, where did you get this from? The Muslim Olympics, yes. Oh my gosh. That's insane. Then he turns till he ascends Safa, walking in place for walking, and running in the place for running. So there are specific places where you could walk and the specific place where you could run. And that is a second circuit. Then he returns to Marwa, and so on till he completes 7 circuits, finishing upon Marwa. Not how the men of Al-Zu did. I need to make that one clear. Oh my gosh. This is literally Safa and Marwa. Before Islam, polytheists placed idols, then they were named Safa and Marwa on those hills. Pagans used to go around these idols while they would be performing a ritual walk. This is literally what the pagans of Arabia did before Islam. This is nothing new. This isn't something that Muhammad came up with or Allah commanded Muhammad to tell Muslims. This is something that Muhammad just adopted and kept it for himself. This is the Christmas tree is idolatry. You have Christmas tree. Saying Merry Christmas is pagan. Saying Happy New Year is pagan. Saying doing pagan. You're literally practicing actual pagan rituals. Safa and Marwa are literal idols of Arabia. And the pagans used to do the same thing that we're describing right now on this Hajj website. Why can't you see it? Again, Muslims, and repeat myself again, there is a link in the chat pinned. Come on here, come on, and defend your position. Because now, before I was like, there are 2 creators in Islam. There's the mighty God Allah and demigod Isa. And then we learned about, again, we realized that, the Quran is also a God. And then we learned how the black stone, well, actually, first, the black stone is a God because it forgives sins, and you literally go ahead and you worship it. We read it. You're supposed to talk to it. You're supposed to say it, takbir, and say tawahhud, and do these things, say tawheed, tawheed to it, like, and you have to kiss it. And if you're not able to go and kiss it, you have to touch your touch it with your hand and kiss your hand, that's idolatry. Now you have to go around these mountains. But Christians are idolaters. Christians. Saying Merry Christmas or celebrating the new year is idolatry and pagan. But this isn't. This isn't. Like, can somebody explain how that isn't? Like, literally everything that they took, the Kaaba was pagan. They even stole their goddesses. And then you have some random. Let's continue on, because they're just single time they call anybody else a pagan, what they're really doing is projecting. They're just really projection. That's actually 1000% true. That is true. Muslim did use it as a toilet. All right, let's continue on. Oh my gosh. Okay. Then he turns and ascends Safa and walking in place for walking. Then he turns to Marwa and he completes 7 circuits, finishing Marwa. And it is permissible for him to go between Safa and Marwa while riding. That's good for the old people. However, the Prophet preferred to walk. Muhammad preferred to walk while performing this pagan ritual. And it is permissible for him to go, okay. And if he makes dua and saying, blah, 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 blah. Oh Lord, forgive and have mercy. Verily, you are the most mighty, most noble. Then there is no harm, as it is authentically reported from a group of the Salaf. Then, when he finishes from the 7th circuit upon Al-Marwa, he shortens the hair of his head, and thus ending the Umrah. And everything that became forbidden to him upon entering Ihram now becomes permissible again. And he remains in the state of Hill, being out of Ihram until Yom Darwiyah, Dhuhr al-Hijjah, whatever. And he who made him Ihram, not intending to make Umrah before the Hajj, and not having brought the Hadi sacrificial animal from outside the sacred precincts, then should he also leave the state of Ihram in obedience to the Prophet's order and in avoidance of his anger. What does that mean? Leave the state of Ihram in obedience to the Prophet's order. I guess we found another God. Muhammad is another God in Islam. And in avoidance of whose anger? Not even Allah's anger. Out of Muhammad's anger. So which gods we have now? We have Allah, we have Isa, we have the stone, we have the Quran, we have, I'm going to add like the Kaaba, the stone and the Kaaba. Okay, and we have Muhammad. So far we have 5 ontologies. See, I'm kinder than Jake the metaphysician. I'm kinder than he is. I'm saying he has 5 ontologies, not 99. And they all are recycling pagan Arabian rituals. And this is what you do. And by the way, this pagan Arabian ritual is a must. As long as you can make it and you have the money to do it, is a must. It's part of the 5 pillars of Islam. Uh, Dajalal Hassan. I'm actually willing to talk to you and debate you on the Quran without any hadith based on the topic that I wanted to bring up earlier. I won't bring up not one hadith. Without lies, Islam dies. Without lies, Islam dies. And it's actually proof. Today, for some strange reason, Muslims don't want to come up, and it's alright. It's alright. Because it's been proven so far. Like every single time I go and I see something, it's like there's another God that Muslims believe in. They just wanna, like, why? You guys racking up so many gods. Why? In fact, it's the other way around. Islam is only without hadiths. Okay, but like you're saying a lot of stuff, but you're not doing anything. You're hiding behind a keyboard, and I'm getting quite tired of it. I think it's funny is dodging his own Hajj website. Yep. All right, let's continue on, man. This is insane. All right. Wow. Did you know also you stain Shaitan too? You stone, not stain. You stone him. Deja, okay, I need him. You do not, so do you actually believe? Because without the Quran, let me pull it up, hold up. Actually, let me go see. I have a two. Hmm. And anyway, so anyways, first let's go see what's going on over here. So let me go. Let me go see here. It's not need here. I actually want the videos of them performing. There you go. Like, look at this. This is good Muslim. Look at that. Is that's Islam? Is that what you wanna? That's the stone. That is the stone you're told to kiss and put your hand with. What's over here? They're fighting right now with each other. Trying to climb. Look, all for what? For what? Look back to stone of the Kaaba. Yeah, tell me that's not idolatry?
Thinking that kissing the black rock that is in.
You gotta keep trying, man. All for what? This is not idolatry?
I hear God saying,
ولا تصعر خدك للناس ولا تمشي في الأرض.
If you're a small content creator, use this sound.
Are you telling me that's not idolatry? A stone cannot forgive sins. Only God can forgive sins. A stone cannot absorb them. This is called pagan idolatry. The gospel is the God of the universe, the second person of the Trinity, Jesus Christ, condescended down here. He is the most, God is powerful and he can do whatever he wants. And the earth is his house, his creation, and he can do whatever he wants. And if he wants to come and enter it in human form, he can do so. And he did so. And he came, lived a life that you can't live, that I can't live, that nobody in this chat can live, and died a death we all deserve, so that our sins can be forgiven. The God of the universe has taken the sins of those who believe upon himself as the perfect sacrifice. You don't need to go to this pilgrimage and go around and perform all these pagan, idolatrous nonsense that Muhammad literally adopted from the Arab pagans. Marwa and Safa are names of Arab pagan gods. The Kaaba used to be a home of 365 pagan Arabian idols. Muhammad just destroyed them and repurposed the cube. That's what happened. Islam is not pure monotheism. Muhammad didn't know what monotheism was. He may have said we believe in one God, but he sure didn't act like it. He sure didn't write about monotheism. He didn't do that. And we have also in chapter 3, verse 49, where we have another creator in the name of Jesus. Explain that to me. But no Muslim can. No Muslim can. It is, and I really wish I knew I was going to address this today, or else I would have been more prepared. It is exactly all Muhammad did was destroy the 365 idols and repurpose the Kaaba for himself. And now 1400 years later, we have Muslims wanting to go perform Hajj in the same way the pagans of Arabia did. There's nothing original here. Islam is not an original religion. It's a religion that adopts things from Gnostic Gospels, adopts things from the Talmud, the oral Torah, and from literal pagan idolaters in Arabia, and calls it Islam. That is a reality. You can't call Christians and make fun of the God of Christians. You can't make fun of who Jesus was, because guess what? Muslims didn't let him, he saved himself. Like the same people, even when Jesus was on the cross, there's nothing new under sun. They said, oh, why doesn't he save himself? He called himself the Son of God. So what? You still believe and hold to pagan idolatry. And you need to repent and turn from that. I don't understand why you guys feel like you must. I don't understand. Like, 1 second. Let me. Someone want to come up today, but that's fine. Let me continue with exposing the idolatrous nature of Islam. Tell me how this is not idolatry. Tell me how this is not pagan. Dijon, no, I'm not reading what you're writing. I told you you have something to say. Come up here and say it. Until I'm not reading what you're writing. Anyway, tell me how this is not pagan nonsense. The stoning. I am so glad that this was brought up to me. Because I am going to go into a deeper situation. Expose the pagan nonsense. Thank you so much for showing the site to mine. It's like there in one section. Where it says, and he picks up Mina stone, with which he intends to do the stoning of Jamrat al-Aqaba, and it is the last of the Jamrat and the nearest one to Mecca. And he faces the pillar Jamra, having Mecca to his left and Mina to his right. Then he stones with 7 small stones, the stones of Khadaf, which are slightly longer than the chickpea. Then he recites Takbir. Why? What is the reason? Why? How is this? No, nobody's up. Nobody wants to come up. What is the purpose to any of this? One second. Here's Taylor. They have a super chat that says 90% of Muslims are Sunnis. They follow the hadith. You have to follow the hadith as a Sunni. And if you have a Muslim that says, I don't follow the hadith, ask them how many times they pray. And if they say 5 times a day, guess what they do? They follow the hadith. Another super chat. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to Pierce Taylor. Thank you so much. Tell me how this is not pagan nonsense. Oh my God. But Christians are pagan. Tell Muslim. Okay, I have a Muslim on. Hi, Muslim. You're a Muslim, right? Tell.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, aren't you you're Christian, right?
1 second. Hold up.
Yeah, your voice is kind of low. I can't hear you.
Oh, I hear you. Is this better?
No, I hear you, but your voice is low.
What do you mean low? How is this better?
Hold on.
Does everybody else hear me fine?
Yeah, it's now better. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I said,
hear
are you a Christian?
Yes, I am a Christian.
So it seems like, are you projecting or something because you worship 3 gods and you think everyone worship multiple gods like you? Or what's going on here?
I'm not really projecting. What I'm doing is
Because you worship 3 gods. You're a Christian, right?
I worship one God in 3 persons. There's a difference.
Hey, let me ask you a question. How many gods died on the cross?
Hold up. 1 second. Let me pull this up, and I want you to answer this here
I'm
because
asking a question. Can you answer?
No, because
How many gods died on the cross? Can you answer the question?
how many creators? We only believe in one God. Christians believe in one God.
Respectfully, you don't. You don't.
You can't. That means you believe in two
Yeah, because you
creators.
say three persons, but each person is 100% God, right?
One truly God, and yes, each person is God.
The Father is 100% truly God. Okay.
I do not say 100%. I say truly.
Most Christians do, though. Are you saying they're
I
dishonest?
disagree with I understand what they're saying. I just disagree with the wording in it. I say they are truly God. Okay. Now,
Okay, no problem.
we still,
If
can we
they're
go
truly
back
God,
to your, okay, let's go back to your Quran. Like, I get it. Okay, we can talk about these things. I know that's what
you can run
think.
from it. That's fine. You can run from the
No.
subject.
But this is not a change of subject, because you could even tell by my stream and the name. What does the Quran say about
Like I said, it's projecting, projecting, because you worship three gods. Like I said, you're projecting your beliefs. You know, we don't have this problem.
What is, can we read? So let's read what it says. It says this is about Jesus, about how he is made to as a messenger of the children of Israel to proclaim, I have come to you with a sign from your Lord. This is Jesus speaking, and I will make for you a bird from clay, breathe into it, and it will become a real bird by Allah's will. So
By Allah's will. Yeah, you said it yourself. You're refuting yourself.
No, it's not refuting. He's still creating.
Yeah, he created by God's permission. Yeah. A lot of prophets do that. That doesn't mean anything.
As a Christian, I don't see a problem with that. But he's still able to create.
Like, respectfully, that's just a desperate attempt, right?
No, he's creating in the same way.
Allah's permission. By Allah's permission.
So what? He's still creating. He's raising people from the dead.
These people, bro, this is your argument? That's insane, bro.
Yes. No, because what you get here is that there is a demigod in Islam. Why?
That's what you have. That's what you have. We don't have that.
Why?
Like I said, he's by the permission of Allah. If you read the verses,
why is he creating in the same way Allah creates?
Are you gonna let me answer? Or are you gonna stop manifesting?
Yeah, but automatically, whether or not it is what you're saying, automatically from there it shows that there are two creators.
Yeah, I know you guys are notorious for taking things out of context, but if you read the verses after, it's not by every prophet does, like, he does the miracle by the permission of Allah. He doesn't do it by himself. Because if you look to other verses, it says the Messiah, Jesus the Son. Can I answer? Yeah, the Messiah, Jesus.
No, because you're not bothering me to lay down my argument.
Yeah, you see how she's getting mad because she's getting schooled now. That's crazy. She's gonna kick me.
Lay down my argument. You come over here. I let you on. Hear me out.
Okay, no problem. Can I? If you want to say something, you want me to answer?
Say what you want to say.
Thank you. I was saying, it's just, it's a theme, unfortunately, for Christians always trying to twist, verses in the Quran to make it seem like it's a polytheism religion, just like Christianity is. But unfortunately for you and every other Christian, the prophet Jesus, peace be upon him, in the other verses, it's clear that he is nothing but a messenger of God, right? He's a servant of God, he's a messenger of God. And all miracles he does is permission of God, whether it's creation something, right? Because it's always permission of God. Other prophets does that the same thing, right? They have a lot of miracles that doesn't make them God. Even in your Bible, you can see like Elijah and a lot of other, prophets. You consider them prophets. They do a lot of miracles, right? They bring out. Elijah is called Yahweh. Elijah is called Yahweh. Do you actually think he's Yahweh?
No. Which one of them created?
Yeah, Elijah created. He sent down rain in your Bible. Do you know that?
No.
Did you know that? He's literally called Yahweh.
Create rain. Show me where it says that.
You want to read it?
Yeah. Tell me where it says that. Yeah.
I got you, no problem. Just give me 1 second. Let me bring the verse. Hold on. If I leave, can I come join back again? Let me give it a second. Yeah, sure. Give me 1 second. I'll be back.
I Pretty sure. I know what he's talking about. What is this? Yeah, I'm gonna... I need to know. He said he created rain. Is that what he said? Mm-mm. I don't want this. Get away from me. He said he created rain. I need to know where it says he created rain. Okay. Anybody saying yep? Where did he go? He left. Like he left. And he said he's going to be able to come back. Oh, I am. I'm just letting him say what he wants. I'm going to wait so he doesn't go and accuse me of not letting him talk. I don't think he's coming back. Or he's looking for a book. One of the two. We got to go see. Yeah, like he said that Elijah created rain. So I need to know where that is. He comes in here and I'm like, come on, man. I hope so. I hope he comes back. Again, if you haven't yet, hit the like and share. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel if you're not yet. Let's see. Because listen, it's either Allah has a partner and is committing shirk or whatever it may be, like he's doing, or he's not. Because we see here that Jesus is literally able here to create life. He created life. 1 Kings 17. Is that what he's going to bring up? I don't know why I thought about 2 Kings. I don't know. Let me go see. 1 Kings 17. Let me go look that up. Because my mind went 2 Kings. It says, now Elijah, the Tishbite of Tishbib, words in Gilead, and Ahab as the Lord Israel. Word of the Lord came to him, arise, go there. The jar of flour shall be spent, and the jug of oil shall be empty until the day that the Lord sends rain upon the earth. So that's still the Lord sending rain. Which verse? Let me go see. He's not coming back. Oh no, he came back. Okay. What's up?
Yo, okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, it's can you open 1 Kings 17:1?
I'm there.
Yeah. You see how Elijah's what do you think? You think he's God?
It says now
Should we add him to the Trinity?
17 verse 1.
Yes.
Except by my word, and the word of the Lord
You
came
know,
to him.
by my, you know whose
Wait,
word
wait,
is this?
wait. But if we go ahead and read, can we go ahead and read on as we go?
We can
through this
read, but
story?
it's Elijah's word.
Yeah, but he didn't create life. And as we go ahead and read on, if we want, if
Yeah,
you want
but
to
why
go,
is he saying except by my word? Is he God?
he's a prophet of God. He's talking to people. If you want to go ahead and
So-
read what's going on,
Okay, I got you.
it's
You think
literally being said that he is predicting a drought. One second. Elijah predicts a drought.
Yeah, but the fact that
And then it goes, where does it say that
he's able to control rain, going down or stopping rain. Don't you think it's
either way,
insane?
either way, 1 second. Either way, who sent down the rain? If you're honest, tell me who sent down the rain.
This verse is talking about Elijah. Elijah is the one who
There's
is.
a context. You cry and talk about context. There's a
That's
context.
literally the context. Show me where it says God is in this verse, in this context. Literally,
Oh,
it's
you
saying
want to know
Elijah.
where it says that God sent down the rain, that the Lord sent down the rain?
Yeah, Elijah is saying by my words. What does that mean? By his permission. It's not saying by God's permission.
He's
So
literally
it's clearly giving him a divine
Israel.
attribute.
He's literally a sign to the people of Israel.
Okay, to be honest with you, sister, this is my issue. You guys always, when it comes to Jesus, you guys say, oh, he did it because he's God. But when it comes to other prophets, you guys say, no. It's God.
Right now, you said that Elijah created rain. I asked you one question.
Okay, I didn't say that. If I said that, I apologize. That's not what I meant. You know what I mean? Maybe you're taking what I said. I'm saying he controls it. What I'm saying, he controls it, right? By his permission. That's what he's saying, by my word.
He didn't create life.
What are you saying?
He didn't create life.
It's the same thing. You see, we can
Go back to the Quran.
Oh my God. We can play semantics all day long, right? But it's the same thing. The difference is in the Quran.
Oh my
the difference
God.
is,
can you hear me? How come you don't let me talk?
you're not letting me finish.
You're not letting me talk. I let you in twice.
Yeah, okay, talk.
Let me
Stop.
speak.
Stop. Okay, stop screaming. Go ahead.
No, let me speak. You said when you came in that you can find a prophet that is able to go. What about Elijah, who was able to create rain? That's what you said. I said, for answering the question when I asked you, who else created from the prophets? Who created? And you said Elijah created rain. Okay, this is not what it's being said here. Okay, here there is a prophet as a judgment. Oh, crud. Okay, that's not where I want to go. Here's a judgment upon Israel about whatever is going on. We're not going to go into the whole topic. Anyway, let me go stop sharing. Where's my internet? Hello? Hello? Can you guys hear me? That was weird. What happened? Can you guys hear me? That was strange. Huh. Anyway, I'm gonna go bring him back on. That was strange. I did not
What
kick you
happened?
off,
Did you
by the
kick me
way.
or something? I'm confused.
No, I didn't kick you off. Something strange happened with the interwebs.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, back to the main question that I wanted
Yeah,
to talk
just
to you
finish
about.
what you're saying, and then I can respond. Go ahead.
Back to the main question that I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah, no, please don't run from what I'm saying, sister.
No,
Come on.
because my question from the beginning about the Quran, I let you go ahead. It was my
I'll
mistake
answer
for
everything.
letting.
Just can we finish
It
the
was
Elijah thing?
my fault for allowing you to go divert the issue. My question is,
I
can
literally
anybody else
told you the
but
answer.
Allah create?
What's the question?
Can anybody else except for Allah create? Does Allah share in his creation? Oh, 1 second. Hold on. That was strange.
So we're gonna run from the subject now? That's crazy.
No, that is the subject. Literally,
No,
look
we're
at the
finished.
subject.
Okay, can we finish at
Alright,
least
1
the
second.
Elijah thing? Like,
I have.
what is he saying by his word?
You
He can
said
control rain.
you're on. You said you wanted to share something real quick.
What's going on?
I don't know. I don't know what happened there. You said that literally the topic of the stream is who Jesus is in the Quran and what the Quran says about him.
Yeah,
Is it or
I
is
was
it not?
showing you the differences,
I
right?
did the mistake of going on and going down your rabbit hole.
No. Okay, let's be okay. Let's have a civilized conversation, right? Let's not scream at each other. My point is, Quran makes it clear, right? Whenever someone is doing something by permission of Allah, Allah gives him this permission. But in the Bible, it doesn't say that. It's arbitrary, right? Anyone can,
No.
create something.
The
Anyone can.
problem here, it doesning say that. Let me go back over here because something
It
really
does. It actually
ended up on
does.
my computer. The problem here, though, is that's not what it says. I have to set up everything again.
I mean, it literally is. It says
No,
by
it's
permission
not.
of
It
Allah.
says that He created.
Okay, let's
Can
read it.
anybody except for Allah create? Does Allah share in His creation?
I got you. We're gonna read it, okay? I got you.
I have it highlighted.
Okay, now it's better. How are you gonna, bro? Like, you do realize that speak Arabic, right? These tactics will only work on Christians. It doesn't work on us, right? You do realize that. It literally says in Arabic, "Bi'iznillah." Bi'iznillah, it means by the permission of Allah. So how are you gonna refute yourself in the same verse? Like, it doesn't make sense.
You don't understand. He created in the same way Allah created Adam.
You
The
can't
same way
track.
that
You
Allah
can't track.
created
That's
life. Can you
Okay,
hear? Listen, no, you. How did
got you.
Allah create Adam? How did Allah create Adam?
Yeah, let me dumb it down for you, okay?
No,
The
we're not
verse-
doing that. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
All right. Hey, what's up?
Oh, am I audible?
I hear you.
God, it's freezing. Yeah, I heard that
you are
entire
cold?
debate. Yeah, it's very cold out here.
Oh wow.
I'm pretty sure the Elijah thing he was trying to bring up was of Prophet Elijah bringing a little boy back from the dead, which
No, it's
is
not.
giving life.
That's not him giving life.
What is that
But
supposed to
I did bring up 1 second. And okay, wanna go ahead. 1 second. No, I kick people. You got disrespectful. I'm not gonna take the disrespect. I kick you. So it's one or two things. You disrespect me because I am an ex-Muslim, I am a woman, or whatever it may be, instead of having an honest conversation, you come on my stream and you go on straight, bam, 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 bam. I still let you on. I'm going to kick you out because I wasn't being productive. I couldn't even lay out my argument. My gosh. Anyways, all right, can you continue? No,
Yes.
I did kick him. I did kick him because he got mad disrespectful.
No problem. He was being quite rude. I understand that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What is
So
your?
the
Can we talk about here what it says here in this
yes,
in the Quran? Because I understand, like, we can bring in the Bible in later, but we have to go ahead and think about the Quran itself and what the Quran says.
yes,
Here,
the
you know,
entire premise. Wait, hold on. The entire premise you're trying to portray is that no one other than Allah can create, and if someone else other than Allah creates, even by Allah's permission, that would mean there's other creators. What he was trying to show was there are other creators just like this in the Bible itself. The
but that
rain example
didn't
wasn't really
that
what.
didn't say. Yeah, the rain example didn't say that he was a creator.
No, that
And
wasn't it.
yeah.
Yeah, how about you go to 2 Kings?
2 Kings what?
2 Kings 4, chapter 4, verse 18.
2 Kings 4:18. Okay, once.
Yes. It's basically a prophet giving life to someone. And that's not Jesus. So
Mhm. Mhm. You said 18, right?
yes.
All right. So let's see. Oh, is Elisha and the Shunammite woman. Want to go ahead and
Yes.
let's go ahead and read that 1 second. Again with Elisha. So this is the prophet after Elijah. The wife of one of the sons of the prophets cried to Elisha, "Your servant, my husband, is dead, and you know that your servant feared the Lord, but the creditor had come to take my 2 children and be his." So she was okay. So you have nothing. So
Which
one day
verse are
Elisha,
you starting?
I'm looking at the Elisha and Shunammite
Yeah,
woman
yeah.
story.
Okay.
I'm just skimming through it right now.
Yeah.
One day Elisha went to Shunem and where a wealthy woman lived, who urged him to eat some food. So whenever he passed that way, he would turn and eat his food. Okay, I don't understand. Okay, when child had grown,
18, start from 18.
he went out one day to his father among the reapers, and he said to his father, "Oh, my head, my head." The father said to his servant, "Carry him to his mother." And when he had lifted him and brought him to his mother, the child sat on her lap till noon, and he died. All right?
Yes, so the
And
boy here dies.
yes.
No, hold on. The boy is dead, basically.
All right.
Now, a lot of other things happen. This is a lot if you want to read it, but otherwise you would go down and go to 47.
But I have that you said it yourself though. This is dead. I'm looking through it and it's
Yes,
dead. Where is life created here? So let me keep reading.
when someone is dead and you bring them
No,
back to life, that is
no.
life created.
It's not created out of nothing, because in the surah of the Quran, what ends up happening, Jesus has clay, and he creates life out of it. This is the same way Allah has created Adam. So Jesus created a bird from a
He didn't
non-living.
create it out of nothing. That was clay. Clay is something.
Yeah, not as a bird though. The same way he created Adam. How did he create Adam? How did Allah create Adam?
When Allah breathed life into Adam, the soul that was inside Adam, that soul came from nothing. But when Jesus breathed nothing, the soul came from nothing.
What did Allah
So he
use
actually
to create? What did Allah use to create Adam?
the form of Adam was created from clay, but the soul that was put inside Adam was from nothing. But
Okay,
the soul that is breathed into the bird is from Allah's permission that comes in. This soul is already created.
That's not, but it says, "I will make for you a bird from clay," but it doesn't matter. The creation, how Jesus created, was still in the same way that Allah had created Adam. He's creating in the same way. So does Allah share?
Sure, by Allah's will.
Yeah, but that means does Allah share by his creation?
If you want to say share by his creation. No human on earth can split the sea. Allah doesn't share the power to split such a massive body of ocean, but
Okay,
he
I'm
shared
talking
it to
about
Moses.
creation of life.
Yes,
I'm not talking
sure,
about a miracle.
everything, all
Okay.
powers of God are exclusive to God. Just because creation of life is one thing, that doesn't mean any random human can split the moon, split the sea, throw a stick
But
and turn
all
it
those
into a
things are
snake.
not creation of life. I'm
Wait,
talking
isn't
about
a snake? Wait,
Jesus.
isn't a snake a life?
What
The
snake of
stick
life?
that he threw on, the stick that Aaron or Moses threw on
This
the
is not.
floor, and it became a
But
snake.
we're also
Isn't
okay.
that life?
We're also diverting from the topic. See, the Bible, we believe certain things about miracles and everything. I'm talking about
That is also in the Quran.
we're not without. I'm
stick.
talking right now, but here, this specifically, because that's not creating out of it life. It's because it's saying, because Moses did not say, "I'm creating life out of this stick." Here, Jesus said,
Why does he need to say it? He does it.
because here Jesus is making it. Is the Quran clear or is it not clear?
It's clear here.
Okay.
By
so
Allah's will is pretty clear to me.
Okay, but it also says that I will create.
By Allah's will.
So Allah shares in his creation.
Allah gives permission for prophets to use miraculous abilities, sure.
So Allah shares in his creation to create life. Yes
What
or
do you
no?
mean by share in creation?
Like he can give other people his.
He can give his
to
prophets
create.
abilities, yes.
So he can. So Allah is not the only creator. And Allah, there can be times when Allah was not the only creator. There's other creators out there.
There has never been an instance.
I'm sorry? Say that again?
There's never been an instance where someone can create from nothing.
Right now,
that can only be done by God.
Here we have Jesus creating life the same
from
way.
something.
Yeah, the same
From something.
way. Okay, the same way Allah created Adam from clay and Allah blew his breath into it. Here, Jesus is saying that I'm creating for you this bird
by Allah's will.
But it wasn't Allah's breath, it was Jesus' breath.
Sure, it wasn't Allah's hand, it was Moses' hand that threw the stick.
So at this time in history, there was two creators.
There are thousands of creators. You and I are a creator. We can make things too.
So
didn't you create this live stream?
Did you? No, I created life. I'm talking about life. So
yeah, life.
Okay, then let me be more specific right now. All right.
Yeah, so say creator of life.
Okay, during this time in history, during this time right here, there were two beings who were able to create life.
No, I would still say no.
But that means what is Jesus? Is Jesus lying here? Because
no,
it's not
Jesus
Allah's
is doing
breath.
it by God's will.
Yeah, but it's not Allah's breath. It's Jesus's breath.
Why does it have to be breath to be something
because it
specific?
says that here he breathed into it the same way Allah breathed into the clay to create Adam. Jesus breathed into the clay to create a bird. Two living things there. So this is being said right. So you're saying by the Allah's will, fine, that's fine. But by Allah's will, there was a time in history that Allah allowed there to be two creators, even if it was for a short period of time.
The heck is going? Huh? Yes, by Allah's will, a prophet can do miraculous things. That does not mean the prophet inherently has that ability.
Okay.
By God's will, hold on. By God's will, someone can do something. That doesn't mean they are also on the same level. like they are a creator just like Allah. When as a king, I send you as my vassal, you represent me, but that does not mean you are on the same level as me.
All right. Let me take a sip of water. I was thirsty the whole time and I forgot I had my water bottle with me.
I do too. Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Bismillah. And the whole point of bringing in a prophet that can give life to something or give life to an inanimate object was the fact that if the Bible also has it, then you can't have an objection against it in the Quran.
All right, my friend, I think you're conflating other miracles. I'm not talking about other kinds of miracles. I'm talking about one specific miracle, and it's the miracle.
I find all of them as
life.
miraculous.
I know, but now we're talking about being a creator, a life giver.
Being all powerful is also very, very remarkable. So, if someone splits the ocean, no, hold on. If someone splits the ocean, that's an unimaginable feat by a human being.
I agree.
You cannot
that is
say.
Unimaginable. I do. That is a miracle of miracles.
Exactly. So is this.
I'm speaking about being creator. So I'm trying
and that miracle is speaking about being very powerful.
This ayah, not even in the Arabic, it does not say that Allah breathed into this clay and created life. Okay, so
no, that was Jesus.
Fine. So, but yes, it's Jesus's breath. So, but reading this ayah over here of the Quran, this ayah says that there has been a period of time in history where there were two Allah gave Jesus the ability to create life during this time. Allah willed
yes,
it.
by His will, sure.
So during that time, during that specific time in history, were there two creators?
See, when you bring in the phrase creator, it sounds like Jesus has this inherent ability to create.
Okay.
He doesn't. Without God's permission, he does not have this ability. So when you say at this point in time, is he a creator? Okay. That would be no. Because a creator, to be a creator of life, you have to do it without anyone's permission. It's your power. This is not Jesus's power.
Nah, okay.
This is God's power.
Okay, all right. Allah gave permission to Jesus to be a creator at this time because he did create the bird. So I want you to follow with me. Just follow. Allah's creator. You believe Allah created the whole universe, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
It took too long to answer that one, bro. All right. So Allah created the whole universe. All right. And he created Adam out of clay and breathed into it. This is how Allah created Adam. Correct?
Yes, by his own will, his own power.
So he's creator.
Without anyone.
Yes. I'm fine. I'm really okay with saying that. That's absolutely fine. All right. So you have that. Now we read in Surah 3, verse 49, how Jesus says that he's come as a sign from the Lord, from your Lord. He's talking to people. And he says, I will make for you from clay and breathe into it. It's not Allah's breath, it's Jesus's breath that's in it, and it'll become a real bird by Allah's will. I'm giving you
that last bit.
Yes.
That last bit is what breaks the whole thing.
So was it Allah's will during that time and period in history for there to be two creators? Again,
to be a creator, you have to have this power by yourself.
Did Allah?
Jesus did not.
Did Jesus create this bird by his breath? Yes or no?
No.
He didn't.
He can't breathe. No, because if you say Jesus created this bird by his breath, then you're literally missing the most important ingredient, which is Allah's will.
That's what I'm
You
re-
can't say you made
I
a
did it.
juice with
I
sugar
did it.
when the most important thing is the juice itself or water.
I didn't. I said yes by Allah's will, and I asked, what did I ask you? I said, was it Allah's will during this time for there to be two creators? Because Jesus,
When you say,
it's not what
go on.
I said. My friend, how do you pronounce your name?
Just call me Ivan.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to read this.
Leandrathal.
Leandrathal. So I was saying it right in the beginning?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure. I don't want to say your name wrong. Hold up. Okay. Leandrathal.
That's not even my name, but sure.
I'm just going by here. I'm gonna assume why you don't want to
No problem.
share. Huh?
No problem. So use
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. I'm assuming that you don't want to share your real name, and this is why you have this here. So I'm not going. It's not me who is saying this. All I'm doing is reading the verse of the Quran that I have in front of me.
No.
So
What I mean by
by
saying when you say it, hold on. When you say it, as in like when you say at this point in time, God made two creators, or there were two creators, that inherently assumes that Jesus by himself is a creator, which is wrong. Jesus by himself is not a creator. By Allah's will, he can create something. That does not make him a creator. That makes him a vassal for creation, you could say.
But that's not what is that what it says here? Does it say that Jesus was a vessel?
If
It
that,
doesn't say
if
that.
that,
It says
no,
no,
not a vessel. What would be the better word? A medium or some sort.
but
Like
it's
how
not.
Jibril alayhi wasallam gave the soul to Mary's womb. Like that, Jesus would be giving the soul of the bird by Allah's will into that bird. If that Allah's will did not exist, then I agree you would have a very solid argument like Jesus is a creator here. But
See,
the
in the
moment that
Bible,
by Allah's will exists, the problem disappears.
in the Bible, there's no other creator.
Yes, there is.
No, there isn't. There is no other
Moses' stick
creator.
became
There
a
was
stick,
no
became a snake.
creator. Did Moses say, I am gonna create and turn this stick into a snake? No, all this stuff that we have.
That's a fallacy.
No, it's
He doesn't
not.
need to say it out loud. He
Pot
does
calling
it.
a kettle black. Pot calling a kettle. No, it's not. So you're saying you're saying that. Here it's saying I just want you to say there's a creator. Why doesn't it say that Allah's breath breathed into it? Why doesn't it say that Jesus was used as a vessel? Here, the plain understanding, you said the Quran
It does actually.
The
Because when it says by Allah's will, that means Jesus is doing something by Allah's will. That is a vessel. That is a medium.
I'm not saying to create life. So here by Allah's will, by this plain reading of this ayah, that Allah willed there in a time in history for there to be two creators. And here's the thing, if we go and we rewind a little bit back, you actually agreed to that and then backtracked.
Which one?
About there being two creators in time and history. You agreed to it and then you
backtracked. I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, that was specific because the term creator was not well defined. I am a creator by that definition. You are a creator. We're all creators, but God is someone that can create from nothing. That's a totally different kind of creator than me and you.
He created the bird the same way Allah created Adam. That is the point that I'm trying to have you to please focus. I need you please to just focus in to what I'm saying and what this is being said. I know what you believe, but the idea isn't just splitting the sea. The idea isn't turning a stick, throwing a stick and all of a sudden it turns. We're talking about creating life. And here specifically, he creates a bird the same way Allah created Adam.
When Allah
And
created Adam.
and it was Jesus's breath that did so. He breathed it in. I understand by Allah's will, but the only coherent way to understand this verse is that at that time point in history that there has been two creators. There was Allah and there was Jesus, because Jesus was creating life.
When Jesus creates life, so on, so by himself with no other means, then he is a creator just like God. But when you bring in the phrases by Allah's will, or he does this through by Allah, with the power of Allah, with the permission of Allah, that makes it so he is a means to create this bird. Allah's permission gave him the ability to do this. That does not mean he inherently has the ability. If he inherently does not have the ability, then you cannot call him a creator. By definition, you cannot call him a creator if he does not have the ability to do this by himself.
All right, I do have a couple more people to come on.
do?
You're more than welcome to come in. You're more than welcome. We're just going in circles, brother. We can come back.
No, if you say,
my next
hold on.
stream.
If we
Yeah.
go back to the Bible for this, if you say someone giving life is a creator, then there are many people that gave life.
There's no other that just created life. There is
You
nothing.
changed it to create.
To give and create, it'll be the same thing. There's nothing else that did that.
Elisha did.
Here
in
it
the
says he
passage I
breathed.
showed
Okay,
you.
you're on your miss. Okay, I need you because I do have a couple other people and I can't stay too long. That's the reason why I ended up coming on early, which is probably why the first hour nobody really came up, because the time was different. Which I guess people really did get used to me just coming in at 2. But anyway, I will be back again Sunday at 2:00, Lord willing, every Sunday. But anyway, I need you to focus in on the method of how Jesus created this bird.
The method doesn't matter. He could
Yes,
he
it
could
does,
throw a
because-
bunch of dirt, and if that made birds, that would not change this entire premise at all. If he makes it just like Allah made Adam, that could just mean Allah guided him or told him to make it like this, because it shows that he is a prophet. He has
Did
miraculous things
Jesus
that he can do.
Did Jesus create this life? Yes or no?
By God's permission, yes.
Okay, so he did create this life.
By God's permission, yes.
So by God's permission, there were 2 creators at that time, because Jesus created that bird, gave that bird life.
See, when you give him the title
See what I
creator,
mean? I'm like,
you-
I'm just going down. I'm just following.
that's
getting
why I
down to
keep
the
saying
logic.
God's permission. When you give him the title
Yes,
creator,
I'm okay with me
that
saying
means
by God's permission. I'm okay by saying by
then
God's.
that's not a creator.
The point
Then that's not a
is
creator.
that bird was given life.
Yes, by God's permission. I will keep
yes,
repeating
by
this
God-
because this is a very
God-
important
Okay,
bit.
God gave permission for somebody
Yes.
else to create life.
To yes,
Thank you.
by God's permission, somebody can create life. Just like by God's permission, somebody can split the sea, somebody can split the
let's
moon.
go back to
These are
one
not
thing.
human
by
things.
creating life. By creating life. Hear
These are
this
all
right now.
miraculous. These are all
Here.
equally miraculous.
You said by God's permission, somebody else can create life. Somebody else can be a creator. Can we go look?
Being
go
a
down the
creator
logic?
is a topic I
That's
did not
what
say.
it is. He creates.
If you
He
create
created
by someone
life.
else's permission, if you need someone else's permission to do something, then you are not the doer of that thing. That someone else is, because he's creating by God's permission.
Okay, if I give my child permission to cook, and they're not the actual
No.
parents,
Your
they're
child
not
can
the chef.
inherently cook. Your child will have the ability to cook. You're not giving him permission. You're
Not
giving him
really.
permission to
Where
cook,
did
but he
where
himself
did
can cook.
where no, I gave them permission. They're not allowed to go to the stove, but I can be like, I give you permission to cook. That's
And they
still
have the inherent
they
ability
still
to
cook.
cook.
They don't have the inherent ability. Have you tasted some
They
people's
do.
Have you tasted some
Yes,
people's food?
terrible cooking doesn't mean they're not a
Okay,
cook.
all right, but I'm talking about so now imagine now creating. See how we're going back and forth, because that's funny about, yeah, terrible cooks. Now imagine creating life. He created a bird out of clay the same way Allah created Adam. I'm not saying what I'm not saying is that, oh, this is like proof that Jesus is God. No, what I'm saying is, according to the Quran, according to this verse, that Jesus, there was a time in history when there was that Allah was not the only creator, that Allah gave permission for someone else to create.
From nothing, no. By God's permission,
It's
Jesus
not about
created from something.
He created. Okay, so what does that mean about Allah? Because that means Allah didn't create Adam
That
from nothing.
means Allah is the only. Yes, He did.
No, He didn't. He created Adam from clay.
Where did clay come from?
Where the clay that Jesus
Where did clay
created
come
from? Wait, where did Jesus?
From the dirt that God already created?
Okay.
From the
But
earth
it's
that
not from
God
nothing.
already created?
But it's not from
No.
nothing. It's not from nothing.
Yes, it
He
is from
created them
something.
from clay.
Who? Are you talking about Adam or
Allah
Jesus?
creating Adam, He didn't create him from nothing. He created him from
He
clay.
did. Clay that He created from nothing.
Oh, okay, but as He did it, but you're not the same way Allah used clay and created Adam. It wasn't from nothing. He didn't
Also,
say
the clay
okay,
was
he
His
is
body. The soul He created from nothing.
creating
The
from
soul
nothing.
was from nothing.
Creating from nothing will be and it is. That is
Not,
creating from nothing. Taking clay,
not always.
something, and He formed Adam. I'm not looking at how bad that is, like that's a terrible thing, a bad thing. I'm just saying you can't say that Allah created Adam from nothing, and then say that Jesus claimed that Jesus created from something. Meanwhile,
By the way, the
both
clay
create from the
thing,
same thing.
He formed His body out of clay, but the soul that was breathed into Adam was from nothing. The
Isn't
soul
the same-
Jesus breathed
but
into the bird was not from nothing.
Okay,
The soul
but
was created by God.
What you just described right now is the same thing, the same way that Jesus went and created the bird is the same way that you just finished describing. That He got the
No,
bird, He
because-
formed the bird, He formed the bird and blew
Out of
into
something.
clay.
Out of something.
Okay, it's clay, something or nothing.
Clay is something that Jesus found, which is by God. Clay is something God made. So Jesus is using something God makes to make something and then breathe life into it by God's permission. So you could also say the bird's life is coming into that clay by God's permission as well. The bird's soul, the soul of the bird, where is that coming from? Just like when Adam was created, the clay thing you said, where Adam was formed from clay, his body was
clay something or nothing.
Clay something.
And what did Allah create Adam with?
Is Adam just his body?
What can we just answer the question?
No, Adam
What?
needs a soul. God didn't just create a body and then that's Adam. God created a body and
go
then
through this
breathed
again.
life.
Let's go again. Is clay something or nothing?
Clay is something.
What did Allah create Adam with?
A soul and a body.
No, now
No, when you say clay, you're trying to say just the body. Adam
Right,
had a
what I'm
soul.
not
Where did
doing,
that soul come?
because anyway, I'm gonna you guys, you can come back next week. Thank you for coming on. I do have other
Sure.
people. What I'm not doing though is bringing up, because I have a private chat here with a bunch of, oh look, with a bunch of one. I'm not bringing up. Yeah, I'm gonna bring up Jabber Jabber. I'm not bringing up the other ones because they're on the stage. I mean, in the private chat over here, being mad disrespectful, and they think that I'm, as if I can't see what they're saying. It says, if I could just go ahead and read the private chat. I'm saying being mad disrespectful. Do you guys want me to read the private chat, Muslims? Why am I here? And you can't be out here being like, yeah, we're not doing that. No. Coming out here acting like, oh, she's here, she wants a man, and she wants this and she wants that, and degrading, calling me Habibti. We ain't doing that. We're not doing that. That's not, we're not. We're not doing none of that. So, the only one that came on here, I'm gonna bring up Jabber, because he's the only one that wasn't being mad disrespectful
Hello?
in the private chat.
Hello?
Hey, Jabber Jabber, I hear you.
Yeah, so,
I
okay.
mean, you kind of saw the private chat, no?
No, I'm not. I don't really look at that, no.
Okay, good. All right, good.
Anyway, so that logic fails, by the way, what you were saying. God creating something out of, Jesus being God because he could create something. Because,
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Can you repeat that, please?
yeah, so what your argument is that, oh, Jesus is God because he created something, while Allah is the only God, right? That's what you're saying?
No, that's not my argument. My argument isn't so much that it's not really so much an argument for Christianity. It's trying to make sense of here, because in order, Jesus here in this ayah of the Quran, it talks about how Jesus came and he got clay and then he formed it and he breathed into it and creating life.
Yeah.
The same, and the thing is, it's the same way how Allah created Adam. He got clay and he breathed life into it. So
Yeah.
my question is, and I know by Allah's will, that's all good,
Yeah.
fine and dandy. It's there. I get it. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to explain to me now, like, was there a period of time in history during this time where there were two creators that Allah gave
So,
permission for
okay,
there?
you're equivocating on the word creators here.
Okay, explain.
Because I can say I can create something, but it doesn't mean I'm the creator.
But you created something out of, when you create something, what did Allah create Adam with?
His hands, as it says in chapter 38, verse 75.
With what?
With
clay.
with clay.
So I'm not saying, oh, this is proof that Jesus is God. I'm just saying that we have here the same way that Allah created life in Adam, Jesus created life in a bird the same way.
That's called a miracle. Because God can do whatever he wants. Yeah.
Yes, but in creating life, and it doesn't say by Allah's breath. Now, if it says that Allah breathed into the bird through Jesus in some way, okay, I get it. I wouldn't even be bringing this up. But that's not what it says. It says that Jesus breathed. It was his breath that gave life. I think you need a mute on your side, please, because there was echo.
Okay, no. Let me respond. Okay. So when we say God is the creator, we mean he's the absolute creator.
Okay, I'm fine with saying that.
hmm So we don't say that, oh, there cannot be any other creators. No, we can say that. But when you say like supreme creator, the number one creator, in chapter 23, verse 14, it says, so exalted is he, the best of all creators. So we agree there's other creators, quote unquote, but God is the supreme one.
So there's more than one creator?
In a certain sense.
Explain that. Because that's even going further down. I'm just
Mhm.
trying to zero in on something very
Mhm.
simple. So now, how does that help you?
How does it help me? Because the difference between God and Jesus here is that God can create from nothing, while Jesus can create with something. For
Okay.
example, Jesus needed the clay, but God can, in chapter 36, verse 82, it says God can make anything when it just say be and it is.
Yes, but is that how Adam was created?
That's not
Because
how
we
Adam was
have to.
created, but no.
Yes, okay,
Hang on,
I
listen,
can
listen,
give
listen,
you.
listen, listen, listen.
Yeah.
That's not how Adam was created, but when we talk about God here, we're saying he has the capabilities. You don't have to prove to me that Jesus had the capability to create
Okay.
with,
Yeah,
yeah.
but now I'm not saying now. Okay, he created a nice chair, or he created a good meal, or did these. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about creator of life.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking. He gave life to this bird.
hmm
That's what I'm
And then it
talking.
says from the permission of Allah, the same.
Yes. So
Yeah.
then, so was there so I'm asking you, there was a
Mm.
time in history where
When
Allah
Allah allowed
was
somebody to
not,
create life, yes,
yeah, where Allah was not the only one who was the creator of life.
it's called agency. Jesus was
Yes, it should be as simple as like
Mhm.
Allah gave Jesus permission to create life.
Yes.
So, okay. So there was a period in time in history
hmm
where Allah was not the only creator of life.
Yes, he gave the power to Jesus. What's the issue?
So there was a time when there was two creators. That's the issue.
That
It's
doesn't mean
not,
God, because it's still from the permission of Allah. So it doesn't mean two gods.
but you just admitted right there that there was a time where Allah was not the only creator of life.
Yeah, he gave the power to someone else. I still don't get the issue.
So Allah's,
If he gives somebody the power to do something, it doesn't mean it's that person is equal to him.
you know what you just said right now was also it's shirk, it's haram.
How is it haram? How?
Because according to Islam is okay. This is within, like, there's a lot of,
Mm.
to say that Allah is not the creator. I'm glad you said it, because honestly,
Mhm.
this is the only plain way to read this portion of scripture.
Mhm.
This is the only plain way to read that there was a period of time where Allah was not the only creator. Okay?
But
But
yeah, but it doesn't mean that
technically,
doesn't
we do
follow.
have to know that it's haram for you to go and admit, or even say or acknowledge is more creative, because at the end of the day, the only one that can create is God.
Yeah, no. I don't accept that premise.
Explain to me. Explain to me.
Because God,
Because I'm thinking
yes, he's the
about the
only.
idea. Okay, continue. Go.
No, because God is the only one that has the full capability of creating, but he can give the power to someone else to create something that's lesser. So I don't accept the premise that God is the only creator.
The
But I
only
agree he's
creator
the
of life.
best of creators.
The only creator of life.
No, I don't accept that.
So you don't accept that Allah is the
For
only creator.
for example, Moses, when he threw down the stick, it turned into a snake.
Yeah, but he didn't say that I'm going to take this and I'm going to create it in the same fashion that Allah created Adam. There are differences there. That's not the same thing.
How is it not the same thing?
Moses didn't say, "Hey, I'm going to take the stick and blow life into it and create life." That's not what it said.
Mm.
Whereas here, Jesus is saying, "I'm going to take this clay The same way, like you should get the visual, the mental visual of how Allah created Adam. He got the clay and he said he was going to form this clay, the same how Allah formed Adam. And then he's going to go and blow his breath into it, creating life into it the same way.
Believe it or not, the Quran actually mentions this in chapter 3, verse 59. Indeed, the
I am-
example of Jesus is like of Adam, how God created them from clay, and then he said, be, and it is. So you're kind of agreeing with the Quran in a way.
Yeah, but you don't see the logical conclusion
No, I don't.
that there's two life givers.
Again, Allah, I'm repeating to you. A miracle is defined as something supernatural. So Allah can give the capabilities to someone else just as a sign, just as a miracle. It doesn't mean you have to prove to me that Jesus can constantly create. He just created in that one instance.
No, he can if Allah gives
Prove
him
it. Prove it.
if Allah wills it, he can do it. No,
But he didn't. Yeah. If Allah wills it, but he didn't. That was just for one specific instant.
why
In
doesn't
chapter 3, verse 49, and chapter 5, verse 110.
it's my friend, it is to say what you said. Why doesn't it say that Allah went and breathed it into it? I'm in, like, as somebody who's familiar when it comes to the oneness of Allah and how big it is, like you were really quick to say that there was a time in history two creators.
But again, it still says in chapter 23, verse 14, Allah is the best of them all. So
there's
that has to entail
let me
Allah
be more
can-
specific. Let me be more specific.
Okay.
Creators of life.
Again, it still says by the will of Allah. So basically, Allah is working through Jesus to create life.
But that's not what it says here.
No, it's implied. It's an implication.
No, if it was that, it would have said that Allah's breath would have, that through Jesus, it was Allah's breath that created, but it was Jesus' breath that created.
And the issue is, I'm sorry.
I'm just saying that now, according to Islam, there's not only one creator, there are multiple creators.
But it doesn't mean multiple gods. That's what I don't understand. What I don't understand is how does this mean
Creators
multiple
of
gods?
life, I give the state. So,
I still don't understand how that means multiple gods.
well, only God can create. That's just what I know.
Only
This is
God
what
can
every
create
other-
from nothing, but it doesn't mean that I agree. Only God can create from nothing, but I don't agree that like I can create something.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why does Jesus creating life in a bird the same way that Allah created Adam? This is a question I have that question. It's like, do you have an answer to that? Why in that fashion?
Because it's God's will. God does whatever he wants. Like we can't ask God, why did you create, the universe this way? Why couldn't it be a different way? So we don't ask God, these questions.
You don't
Only
think
God knows.
You don't think God can take those questions though?
I mean, maybe like in paradise we can ask him, but now
Why can't you ask him now?
because I don't know, like we're not in like God's realm or
Yeah, but don't you you could pray to him, no, and ask him.
yeah, it's not like like something's gonna come down from the sky. It's like answering my prayer.
I mean, why not? He gave Jesus the ability to create life.
Yeah,
so why
yeah,
not?
yeah. I know what you mean, but like just asking a question, why did God do this? Why did God do that? Like it's just
No, I'm like, I know I can, if I have questions from God, I'm like, I would ask him, and in one way, how or whatever it may be, it'll be answered. May have to wait, but I'm just saying, why can't
there's another way we could do this. In Quran chapter 21
No,
verse 7, it
he
says,
said-
ask the people ask the people of knowledge if you don't know. So
who
I
are the
could take
people-
this to like a Muslim scholar and ask him.
What chapter and verse is that?
That it's actually twice in the Quran.
Give me the verse.
Yes, of course. Just a sec.
Because I can easily, you can ask if the creator of the universe can have the ability to go and give Jesus, according to Islam, the creator of the universe, Allah, give Jesus the ability to create life. Why can't you ask him these questions to gain
Chapter
clarity?
21, verse 7. It says, "Ask the people of knowledge if you don't know."
I'm sorry, say that quickly. 21 who?
Chapter 21, verse 7. It says, like, it says, "Ask the people of knowledge if you don't know." So I could bring this to somebody of knowledge.
Where it says, "We did not send messengers before you, O Prophet, except mere men inspired by us."
Mhm.
If you polytheists do not know this already, then ask those who have knowledge of the scriptures.
And it's also in No, it doesn't say knowledge of the scripture. It says,
Oh,
those...
even okay, I could read Sahih International. It says,
Yeah,
"And
read that one.
we sent not before you, O Muhammad, except men to whom we have revealed the message." So those gonna be those prophets that came before
Yeah.
Muhammad.
Mhm.
And then it goes on and says, "So ask the people of message former scriptures if you do not know."
All right. And it's also mentioned in chapter 16, verse 44. This exact same concept. It's
Yeah,
repeated.
but it's saying, and we have not. It says, "Except from whom we have revealed." So ask the people of the message from the former scriptures. What is the former scriptures?
Torah and Injil, but we already gone through this. It's a stalemate.
It's not, yeah, but notice that it's not saying going to your sheikh or your imam. It's saying to go to the
So
people.
so go to the Arabic. Go to the Arabic if you can. It says
Right.
فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. How could it be saying فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الْكِتَابِ إِن كُنتُمْ لَا
Who
تَعْلَمُونَ?
are the men of the reminder?
The scholars,
That's not what
the
it
people
says
of knowledge.
So but that's not what it's saying that scholars hear, though. So
How
those who
so?
translated, because I have a question, because this is how those who translated the Quran into English translated it. So you said telling me that you know more than the one who translated Sahih International, because
I
the
don't
one
even know. I don't even know who translated Sahih International.
but you
Honestly,
told me to go and read this,
yeah.
right?
Well, my bad.
And let's go. What's the other verse? Oh, he's. I don't remember what the other verse.
Just a
he said.
sec.
Okay.
Chapter 16, verse 43.
All right, Quran 16:43. Gotcha. No, it's for the Quran. Where is this going on? All right. It says, okay. "And we sent not before you except men to whom we revealed our message. So ask the people of the message, i.e., former scriptures, if you do not know."
If you notice here, it says the same thing. أهل الذكر إن كنتم لا تعلمون.
Yes, yes. And
So
guess
this
what?
is
It
a people of
also says,
remembrance.
yeah, but it
Mhm.
also the same translators who translated the Quran in English for those who want to be Muslim and who are English speakers, who want them to understand. This is the purpose that you would agree with me why the Quran is translated so that people can understand that's in it. This is how they translated it. So it's not saying scholars like go to your imams and stuff. It's not saying that. It's saying go to those of the scriptures from before, and the scriptures from before is the Torah and the Injil. It's going back to ask Christians and Jews. It doesn't say to go to scholars.
I'll have to say that's a mistranslation because maybe they're not Arab speakers, when they translated it. Maybe they just use Chat GPT.
I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, this is what it's telling you to do. It's go, I am from the people of the reminder. Christians are from the people of the reminder that you're actually commanded to ask. It doesn't say go to your scholars or go to your shuyukh or any of this. Is there another verse? I mean, we looked at them both. He left. I pray for him. Just like the chat to be kind. So 1 second, let me look through here. What time is it? I'm gonna leave I'm gonna read this and I'll be on for 3 hours. I got a super chat from Walds8396, and he says, "How can anyone follow this cult where it says if their prophet find a woman he likes and believers, the women need to submit to him, decree by Allah?" Like, that's basically Islam is a religion where I actually posted up a video about the real nature of the hijab and why it was implemented and the view of women in response to this woman. She was a beautiful woman. All right, 1 sec, because I do need to leave. I'm about to be on for 3 hours. So let me bring him up real quick. Hey, Jabber. Or one Jabber.
Sorry, I had something on my phone.
You're fine. I came on this week an hour early, which is probably why not a lot of people came on early on, because got used to it being 2 o'clock, because I have things that I gotta do today. And
listen. I just want to request before I leave. I want to ask you something. Next time, because you said you don't want to be Muslim, because you said Islam is not consistent with the stories of the prophets. That's what I heard you say last time I talked to you. Would you mind if we talk about that next time?
Yeah, not just the prophets, it's just the Bible itself. But yeah, we can do that.
We can talk about that if that's fine with you next time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
See you next week.
See you next week. Take care, Jabber. God bless you.
Take care.
Yeah, I do have some other Muslims. Some of them were trolls that ain't coming on today. If they want to come in next week, they have to be in better behavior to come in. But yeah, Brian, that is it. I was on since 1. Okay, in 2 minutes, I'll be on for 3 hours. All right, I normally come on at 2 o'clock. Come in at 2 o'clock and be prepared. Don't have me wait forever for some Muslims to come in. Okay. With that being said, pray for Neanderthal, what his name was when he came in, and pray for Jabber for their eyes to be opened up. And yeah, thank you, sister. God bless you too. God bless you too. All right, guys. Thank you so much. 1 second. Jabber got super chat. Pierre Taylor. Jabber promised Avery that he'd leave Islam. I mean, it's really not that difficult. I mean, it is difficult just to leave. Like, you're calling to leave your entire identity. It's hard. Thank you. The first Muslim came in, and I'm like, I couldn't even get in a thought. But yeah. So with that being said, I ask you to please share the stream, like it. If you're not yet subscribe to my channel. And listen, I get it, but he's still showing up. He's still showing up, and I praise God for that. So anyways, like I said, like, subscribe, share this video Go check out my last video that I posted up on the nature of the hijab. And love you guys. Peace and grace.